Hey, good morning. It is day 20. We're almost there. It's only 21 days. I don't know if you're excited or if we should be sad, but I encourage you that if you've made it this far, I pray that you've created a practice that you can wake up each day, search God out in the Word. You will find Him in the Word, and He will deposit this joy and this peace and this wisdom in your heart. Today's topic is the light of Jesus to a dark world. Because God blesses us with His vision, we can share His light in our communities. It's not so much that we see the light as much as we see everything in the light. His light activates our sense of sight so that it is within our power to see, as long as His gaze is upon us. Amid thousands of interacting forces around us, Jesus' light prompts our spiritual sight to see what matters most. I was thinking earlier, and as I was processing and praying, I had a little screensaver on my computer, and as it panned from left to right and everything was moving, I saw a lighthouse complex, and all I could think about was how imperative it is that the lighthouse is there. That way when a ship is sailing in the dead of night or amidst a great storm, that lighthouse shines brightly and it casts light on everything so they can find their way and not become shipwrecked. And so that's what Jesus' light does in our hearts and lives, is while we are in those trials and storms and the chaos of our sin and possibly even bad choices, Jesus' beacon shines and it casts light on everything. And when Jesus' light shines, the darkness has to flee. It can't stay there. Light and darkness can't exist in the same place. And so everything is illuminated and we see things for what they really are. Another thing that I think about is the fact that when my kids were little and we would go to bed, well, immediately when the lights went out, immediately their thoughts, the kids aren't taught this, none of this happens, but their thoughts immediately gravitate towards scary things, fear, worry, doubt. But when a night light is on, the kid immediately shifts and their whole perspective changes. Because a night light, a small little light, shines and makes things brighter, well, their assumption in their mind is nothing bad can happen. And so, once again, it's but a picture, it's but a type of the fact that Jesus came to bring light into our world, light into our lives. And so I want to read a few scriptures today. The first one is found in 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 11. It says, "Dear friends, I urge you, as foreigners and exiles, to abstain from sinful desires which wage war against your soul. Live such good lives among the pagans, that though they accuse you of doing wrong, they may see your good deeds and glorify God on the day He visits us." The next verse here is Matthew chapter 5, verses 14 through 16. It says, "You are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hidden. Nor do they light a lamp and put it under a basket, but they put it on a lampstand, and it gives light to all who are in the house. So let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven." So that light on us is causing us to stick out. One of the pictures the Lord gave me as I was preaching a couple Sundays ago was, what is the quality or the state of your armor? Is your armor so damaged and tarnished and messed up that you don't stick out and you just kind of blend in? Or is your armor taken care of, that the light hits it and you just shine with like the brightness of God? And that's the picture I get there, is what do our works, what are the things of God in our life show people? Does it show them the joy and the love and the peace that comes from the Father? Or is it something else? Is it something that we're just trying to hide? We're just trying to get by and say, hey, I know Jesus, that's good enough for me. I'm just going to go to heaven and just do whatever I want. Or is it something that we say, because of His great love for me, I'm going to share that with everybody I come into contact with? What kind of light are you reflecting? Is it His, or is it something that we've manufactured? Where the light is, no darkness can exist. I just love that. And so that ties in with our family moment. I want to share this with you. I encourage you to do this with your family. It's so neat. But it says, turn off all the lights. Use a flashlight or a candle to add light into your dark room. What happens to the darkness? Like I said with our kids and sleeping, the light always wins. So read Matthew chapter 5, 14 through 16 with the flashlight or the candle illuminated. What stands out to you in these verses? We are called to shine the light of Jesus into a dark world. Share examples of when you shared the light of Jesus. What did it look like? I encourage you that you remember that we are called to be light, salt and light, right? Like two things that have immense purpose. And I just pray that you seek him out there and allow him to show you what that looks like in your life. Don't try to mimic or copy the light that's in someone else. The only light that you should be reflecting is the light that Jesus is shining on you and in you and through you. Here's a few prayers that we can pray together. Prayer number 1, Lord, may our eyes be formed and illuminated by your light, so we may be your light to this darkened world. Prayer number 2, Father, may your light be brighter and broader as reflected in all your people together, providing direction to those in darkness. So please align our vision. Prayer number 3, we pray, Lord, that we would be guided by your faithful light bearers all around us. We honor your Son as he uniquely shines in them. I encourage you on day 20, once again, the light of Jesus to a dark world. Let us share the light and love of Jesus to this dark world. I bless you. I encourage you. One more day to go, but I pray that you've begun a practice of prayer and fasting. I know that the Lord will meet you. If he hasn't already, I know that he will meet you in this time and grow you and transform you. Be blessed. We'll talk soon.